Hi, everybody. We should be up and going. Happy B-Day. It's officially April 1st today, so it's the B-Day for this last week of March, first week of April. We're doing some rolling stuff, basically anything on the ground, doing some grappling drills today, working on some sit-throughs and rolls, some bridge and roll, popping steps, stuff like that. So a couple things I wanted to go over here as people are starting to join us. Skylar, how you doing, man? Virginia, how's it going? All right. Just a couple of things. Classes. So from here on out, the way it should work is that about a half hour before you guys' Zoom class is scheduled to start, you should be getting an email alert that in half an hour your Zoom class is going to start. About 10 minutes before your Zoom class is supposed to start, you should be getting the invitation to join the class. So that should help smooth things out a little bit for those Zoom lessons, get them started on time, and hopefully get through some more stuff over the course of that class. So we've been going over some stuff this week for your Zoom classes. Some of it's like where to put the camera so you can have the best view, all that kind of stuff. So just a couple quick announcements for everybody on that before we get started. We ordered mats in the room, yeah. So you can get some training mats and stuff like this. Greatmats.com is where I got these, and they have pretty good prices. You don't necessarily have to get anything as thick as what we got here, but they got some good prices on some mats, especially if you don't need a whole lot of space. So yeah, check them out if you guys want to have a little training area in your home where you can do rolling and stuff. Like we're going to do rolls and falls and stuff on the ground today. If you're on the hardwood, that's going to be a whole lot of fun. So we'll get going with the B-Day class today, guys. Like I said, hopefully you guys got some space where you can roll around and stuff like that. But let's get started. Be together. And again, if you're here today, check in below. Let me know that you're here. Let me know what to work on with this stuff here. Everybody go ahead and bow. Bend your knees, slide to your horse stance. Boom, pick it up, stand up straight, and bow. All right, so check it out, guys. Let's get to it. Let's kind of just warm up a little bit. And all I want to do is just start with some back falls. So remember the 4 things to do when you fall: tuck your chin, roll back, slap, and breathe out. All right, so we're just going to start from standing up. You guys have all worked on back falls before. So what you want to do, cross your arms, tuck your chin, sit, roll back, slap, and breathe out. Just like that. Come on up. All right. So what I want you to do is if you've got some room around you, all right, what you're going to do is you're going to start up at the front of whatever room you have. All right. You're going to do a back fall. Cross your arms, tuck your chin. Here, go. All right. You can get up however you want to. You can just stand up. You can roll back. All right. You can get up all the way until however you want to do it. Take a big step back. Do it again. Cross your arms. Tuck your chin, sit, roll back, slap, and breathe out. Just like that. All right. Stand up, take another step back. All right, make sure you don't fall anything behind you. You can join us whenever you like, you guys. Cross your arms, tuck your chin, sit, roll back, slap, and breathe out. Nice. All right. So from right here, let's do this. What I want to do is I want to work the kicks from the ground. We've done this before. So you got your 3 options. From the ground, once you do the back fall, imagine somebody just like shoved you down. You're on your back. Oh, man, they shoved you down. All right, you can do the machine gun kicks where you just go boom, one. I'm trying to decide what you see it. All right, you get one, and then the other, just basically just stomping straight out into his brain. It's not this. I'm not. What did they do? All right, boom, just driving the feet straight out like pistons. All right. You can also do, for those of you guys we've done the encounter with danger stuff. For you, encounter with what? All right, just do the first stomp with the left, and then you add in some of the universal one action. All right, where you wrap your feet, come up right here, and boom. And this kick doesn't go into his belly like it does in one. Like it does in universal one. It comes right up under his chin this time. All right, just like that. Now, the third option is to add the third kick. If you've done encounter with danger, after this chin kick, what you do is you chase after him a little bit, and then you back kick it with your left. All right, and then you can roll up or get out however you want to. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to do that back fall. Kick it from the ground. You can do whichever one you want. You want to just boom, boom, just drive the feet out like that, go for it. If you want to do the one driving out with the left and wrap it and do the side kick from universal one, awesome. You want to add in that third kick from encounter with danger, also fine. Carson, how's it going? Sienna, Kinley, Maggie, Lucia. Oh, man, there's a whole lot of people. All right, so here we go, guys. Back fall into the kicks from the ground. Ready? Cross your arms, take your chin, go. Get your hands up and however you want to kick. Boom, boom, just one then the other. Good. I'm going to do a different one every time. Stand up on your feet. I'm going to get up a different way every time, too, because that's fun. All right, cross your arms, tuck your chin, sit, roll back, go. Bam, you're doing the kicks. How about this one? Bam, the one from Universal One. Wrap it. Boom, keep with that right. I'm gonna stand up this way. That's a little bit more ninja-like than last time. All right, and do it again. Cross your arms, take your chin, go. Bam, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do all three of them. Bam, y'all probably saw that kind of pow. I'm gonna roll out this time for fun. Nice. So you guys can stand up and get up. Stand up and get out, get up and stand up, whatever. However you want to, all right? I like to make it a little bit more ninja. I'm sorry for using that phrase so much. A little bit more ninja each time I do it. So from right here, cross your arms, take your chin, and go. Bam, whoa, kick it from the ground, pow. It's like these, bam. Just like that, one more time, go. Oh man, falling straight back, kick it, pow. Get up and get out of there, nice. All right, good job, guys. So, what I want to do, we've also got falls a bear. Nice. All right, glad you're able to join us, sir. All right, so I'm not falling on my side. I'm falling on the right side of my back. So hopefully you've got someplace carpeted or cushioned a little bit that you can fall onto. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, being a guard, stand one leg in the front. It doesn't really matter which leg for right now. All right, take your back leg, step it in front of you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to keep most of my weight on my back foot back here. This leg stays straight. Don't bend this knee. I'm going to sit down on the right side of my butt. Boom. Slide down. This is my right hand. That's why I said that. All right. Slide down like this. I'm now on my right side. Here, let me scoot over to the Grace. You can see that later. I'm not on my right side. Not on my right side. Ow. I'm on the right side of my back. Or this, yeah, the right side of my back. Slapping with that right hand. All right. From right here, this whole left side, my whole left side of my back is not on the ground at all. I'm going to step my left foot over. Boom. Get up. So if we're working this like a fall, I would want to do that sit up like real quick and smooth, like if I was walking down and I slipped on something. All right. Whoa. Oh, bam. Oh. Don't be sorry. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to do that idea. We're going to do this side fall, the slip and fall. What I want you to do is if you got some room, back up a little bit. What you're going to do is take one leg, step it out in front of you, slip, fall, step over, boom, come right back up to your feet. All right, and then do it again. You should be a little bit further ahead than when you started. Step through, slip, fall, slap, step over, boom. Stand it right up. All right, and then keep doing it again. Do it moving forward for as much room as you've got. Try to avoid, on the side falls especially, try to avoid kickstanding like this, reaching out behind you, putting your elbow or your hand on the ground. All right, let yourself rock on all the back of your side back, onto the side of your back. All right, and then just step right over. All right, so try it again. If you want to use the other foot, you can use the other foot. If you feel like you still need some more, feeling comfortable on your first side, go ahead and do it that way too. So step through, slap, boom, step over, bam. All right, do it again. Ready? Step through, slap, boom, step over, just like that. Nice. If you guys don't have a lot of room to move forward, you can just stay in place and do it. All right, it's kind of more fun to move forward. It lets you feel like you're making some progress forward. I don't know. Anyway, do it again. Go. Bam. Slap and step over. Nice. And another nice idea. Doesn't matter. Boom. Step it over. All right, guys. Good job. So if you remember from last time too, those side falls will take us into our takedown. And it's one of the few takedowns that kind of we can work in the air without a training partner. If you've got a training partner at home, Sienna, Kinley, Lucia, Maggie, all right, anybody with somebody there training with you, all right, you can work this takedown a little bit on each other. I would recommend practicing it on a padded surface for sure. You can do it pretty smooth on a harder surface, but if something goes awry, you're not quite there with it yet, and you fall down pretty hard, you can really hurt yourself if you're doing it on a hardwood or something like that. So try to do this if you're going to practice with a partner, which we'll get to later on. Try doing this on a softer surface if you have one available. So what I want to do here now, guys, is I want to work the back falls into the rolls a little bit. Just keep working on those rolls. Keep warming up here just a little tiny bit more. We've got a few more things I want to do. So take the back falls into the rolls. All right. Remember how it goes in the shoulder rolls. All right. You can roll over either shoulder this side or this side. All right. Tilt your head to the side and your feet go over the gap between your head and your shoulder. All right. That's kind of the idea. So as I'm doing this, I'm going to sit, roll back, slap, and breathe. I tilt my head to the side. Boom. Put those feet right over that gap. Stand back up. And every time you do this, I want you to stand back up and face the guard stance. I mean, this is a self-defense thing. Kind of the idea is the guy shoves you, you roll back, stand up, and you get ready for him to come at you. All right. So give it a shot. From right here, cross your arms, tuck your chin, roll back, slap, roll over that shoulder, step back with your foot into that guard stance. All right, here we go, guys. One more time. Cross your arms, go, roll, bam, right over that shoulder, step back to that guard stance. Nice. If you've got a training partner there where you can do this a couple more times, they can kind of give you a little push. All right, and when they push, do all that stuff we just did. All right, ready, and push them. Oh, man, roll, slap, breathe out. Now switch. Now, if you just push them, now they get to push you. That's how this works. All right, cross your arms and go. Boom, slap, roll over. Step back to that guard stance and remember it. Huh? There you go, guys. Just like that. Nice. All right. So, last thing with the rolling for today. All right. I want to work on that forward shoulder roll. All right. This is the trickiest part for a lot of people. If you're still struggling with these forward shoulder rolls, get it. They can be a little tricky. It's not a somersault. All right. And please don't roll on your head. All right. We talked about this with the shoulder rolls. Like you want to tilt your head to the side so you don't roll backwards over your own head. All right. Rolling over your head is bad. It sounds bad and is bad. All right. So make sure that you're rolling over that shoulder when you roll backwards. Same idea when I roll forward. I will roll on the shoulder and the back and not on the head. So don't roll on your head when you're rolling forwards or backwards. So if you want to, we kind of set this up before from the guard stance. All right. So I like to start with my left leg in the front. If you feel more comfortable starting with your right leg in the front, do that. Do it on whichever side feels the smoothest for you. Get it down on your best side first. All right. And then we can work on doing it off either direction, off either leg. All right. So whatever leg you want to have in the front, I like to go with my back hand. So my left leg's in front, my right hand comes over the top. It's almost like I'm swimming. That looks weird. But right hand, my back hand comes over the top, and then my fingers curl back in to point back toward me. All right, I put that right hand on the ground with my fingers pointing back behind me, basically between my feet. My left hand goes on the ground next to my front foot. Now, what I really want to do is I want to tuck my head back in here, and I want to make sure that when I go on the ground, that my head doesn't go on the ground, that my back of my shoulders go on the ground. So as I tuck my head back here, boom, I bring my arm underneath. It's kind of hard to step to a guard stance from there. But I bring my arm underneath me, all right, and up across the back and the back of my shoulders. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to do it the direction I don't want to show you guys, but here we go. So left leg in the front, all right, or whichever leg you're most comfortable with. All right, take your back hand over the top and turn so your fingers are pointed back towards you. All right, put that hand on the ground. All right, fingers pointing back towards you. Your front hand, your other hand, goes on the ground with the fingers pointing away from you. All right, so you can see that on the camera. This hand, fingers pointing away from me. This hand, fingers pointing toward me. Between my feet, look back. All right, and make sure, think about having the back part of your shoulders touch the ground first. So as you push off with your back foot, if you do that roll, you want to land on the back of those shoulders, not the top or the back of your head. All right, so we'll give it a try a few times here, guys. If you feel like you're getting it, a couple things that you want to be able to do. You want to feel comfortable with pushing off with your back foot. Get confident with doing it and really tucking your chin in. All right, really think about coming over and landing. You guys can see on the camera here. When I go on the ground, this is what touches first. Not this or any of this. I'm already losing this. I need to rub it off by rolling on my head. All right, so back of those shoulders touch first. That's the first thing that hits the ground when I do this roll. All right, so we'll give it a few more tries, guys. All right, here we go. So one leg in the front, back hand comes in here. Boom, look behind me. Roll over that shoulder and arm. Stand up. And you want to step out to the front for right now in a guard stance. So one way you can do it here, guys, is as you get better at it, like imagine I've got those throwing stars right here, like in Universal 1. All right, but instead of you falling back and letting go over your head and then waiting for me to charge at you, you're going to roll into me. So as I throw the throwing stars at you, you roll underneath them, you come up and you just give it a punch. All right, so let's give it a shot. Let's give it a shot. We'll start with this slow. Whoops. We'll start with this slow. Whichever leg you want to have in the front is in the front. So put your hand on the ground. Bring that back hand over the top. Point your fingers back towards you. Front hand goes on the ground. Look back behind you. Push forward. Roll. Boom. Stand up. Boom. Just forward roll and punch him. Nice. All right. Try again. Here we go. One leg in the front. All right. Same idea. If I'm going faster than you are, just take your time. Set up your roll. All right. Get comfortable with doing it first. We'll work on the speed part of it later. So back hand comes over the top. Put it on the ground. Fingers point forward on the front hand. Boom. Roll forward. Step out just like that. Nice. One more time, guys. Oh, I didn't punch it. Oh, I hope you punched him. All right, here we go. One leg in the front. Do that roll. Come up and punch him. Ready to do that roll? Boom. Come up. Punch him. Oh. All right, good job. So check it out. What I'm going to do now is I'll throw the throwing stars at you guys. All right, so I'll be right here like, there you go, imaginary throwing stars. All right, so when I start throwing the throwing stars, I wish I could throw something in the bag, but that would totally knock the camera off of it. Yeah, we're working right there. All right, so from right here, get ready in your guard stance. You see those, when I start throwing those throwing stars, do that roll, come up and punch, or kick or whatever you want. Ready? And go. Oh, you got me, I think. All right, one more time. Okay, this is kind of getting reps in on those rolls. Hey, if your rolls are going kind of slow, just imagine like the throwing stars coming in slow motion, like, and you get your time to set up that roll for the way you want to. So, all right, if you can do it quick, do it quick. Ready? Go. And that's the way it sounds like. Oh, you got me. Nice. One more time. Ready? And get ready. Go. Oh, you got me again. I hope that looks as bad as it looks on here. So good job, everybody. So just a little bit on those shoulder rolls there. If you have a partner, all right, can do that shove from behind. All right, just throw something here. Let's take. We talked about that bad guy being in front of us with the throwing stars. I don't think I'm winning any Oscars for my throwing star acting. But what I want to do now is say the bad guy's behind us. All right. Now we've worked this drill a few times. All right. Some of you guys are pretty familiar with it. But if the bad guy's behind you, he's going to give you a shove from behind. So when he gives you that shove from behind, knew there was a guy behind you getting ready to push you. If you know there's a guy behind you and he's going to mean you harm, all right, turn around and face him. All right, don't sit here and be like, oh, I'm ready for that shove. I'm ready. Because what if he just punches you in the back of the head? All right. So if you've heard that story, that lecture before, it's not been reinforced for like the 8th time, at least. All right. So when they do this shove from behind, it is to kind of catch you off guard, off balance a little bit. So what's going to happen is you take a couple like recovery steps. So when they shove you, whoa, roll, bam, and then you turn and face them, just like that. All right. I don't know if I really have enough room to do that, but that's the idea. So you can do this if you've got a partner that can push you. Awesome. If you don't, let me move one thing here, guys. If you don't have a partner who can push you, all right, you can just imagine that you guys shove from behind. So you're standing right there, back up, give yourself as much room as possible. All right, they shove you from behind, stumble, try to go right smooth into that roll. Stand up and turn to face it. Now, you might find as you do this and you stand up and turn to face it, that you might end up having one leg or the other in front. For right now, as you do it, don't think about it too much. Just when you stand up, turn and face behind where you came from in a guard stance. All right, and just see which leg is the smoothest for you to come up into a guard stance with. I don't care, particularly for right now, left or right, which leg is in front. Just whatever leg gets you there the smoothest and the quickest. All right, try to get there quick. If you get all stumbly and awkward with it, well, try again next time. So here you go. We're going to give you that shove, stumble, roll, boom. Turn and face into the guard stance. Just like that. Nice. Come back up. Do it again now. If you have somebody that can actually shove you, they can give you that shove. All right, same idea. Take those steps, bam, turn to face into the guard stance. All right, then you go back and so they give you that shove, stumble, roll, boom. Turn to face into that guard stance. Nice. One more time, guys. Now, we haven't had them fall over an attack yet. I don't think we will today. But we'll get to it. They shove. Oh, man, stumble, roll. Boom. Turn to face into that guard stance. Nice. All right, guys. Good job. So, a little bit of work with the falling and the rolling. We'll keep playing around with some of that stuff. We can definitely add any kind of kicks or anything that we want to into there. All right. But for right now, what I want to do is I want to work on some grappling drills. All right. So these are drills you can do. The first set of things we're going to do here, you do with, even if you have somebody there with you, you still want to do them in the air for right now. All right. We'll do some other drills later on where if you do have a training partner, I'll kind of go over how you work with them versus how you work if you're by yourself. So from right here, what I want to do is we're going to work on the pop and step drill a little bit here. So on this idea, or excuse me, on this version of it, or for this drill, I should say, I'm not going to step. All I'm going to see if I can give you the side view might be better. All right, I'm right here on my back. If you're on your back and somebody sitting on top of you, a couple things. Knees bent, feet on the floor automatically. Don't just lay here like this. It's not nap time. Although if you're grappling with somebody and they get on top of you and you lay here like this, it will soon be nap time for you. So bend your knees, feet on the floor. Do sit on top of you. What the idea is to buck your hips up. All right, so get your butt off the ground as much as you can. All right, and then step and roll him off you. All right, so what we're going to do for right now is we're just going to do the popping part of this. So when you pop, I don't always like to pop straight up. Never say never. But I don't always like to pop straight up. Ooh, let's see if I can. Straight up this way. All right. If I'm trying to throw this guy off to one side or the other, I'll start by going that direction. So I'll start by going this way, all right? Or the other way, boom. So that's kind of what I'm doing here, all right? It's from right here, on my back, knees bent, feet on the floor. All right, I got that dude sitting on top of me. I'm gonna reach my hand out over here just a little bit, all right? It just kind of helps me maximize the reach of that popping up and stepping over motion. Don't do the step overs again, not quite yet. All right, so we sit on top of you. All right, you can start with you pushing off with your right and going to your left, or pushing off with your left and going to your right. We're gonna go one direction then the other. All right, always back to the center position. Ready? Go. Boom. Back to the beginning. Back to the middle. Go. Boom. Other side. Really pop that butt up solid. Boom. Pop it up strong. Get that dude off you. Go. Bam. Nice. Other side. Ready? Go. Boom. Go. Boom. Just like that. One side to the other side. Go. Boom. Push off with that foot. Boom. Push off with that bottom foot. If I'm going to the left, I'm pushing my right foot into the ground. And if I'm going to the right, I'm pushing my left foot into the ground. Boom. Just like that, guys. One more time on each side. Ready? Go. Pop them up. Other side. Ready? Boom. Pop them up. All right. So if you've got a partner here that you can train with, somebody that can sit on you, all right, have them sit on you. Now, for right now, what I'll have you do is if you just real quick, if you're by yourself, just chill out for a second. I want to go over something for the people that have training partners. If you've got a training partner, what you can have them do is basically get you in a mount position. So they're sitting on you here, all right, sitting right across the head, that basically straddling you with a knee on either side. All right. So when you get them in that mount, for right now, for this drill, all right, they're just going to do this pop and step and stand and roll you off of them. Don't worry about getting them a guard or anything like that, all right? But if you're on top of them in the mount, what you're going to do is you're going to have one arm under their head, all right? Or both arms. So one arm under their neck and just grab them. Just grab them strong on the head. Keep your weight down low on them for right now, all right? So from right here, back to the mount position, and they're sitting on top of you. So you got you hugged up. What you're going to do is with this is my left hand, all right? I kind of grab the shoulder, pull it down, all right? And I'm going to go all the way to my knees. So I'm going to do that pop and step that we were doing. Boom, but I'm going all the way to my knees, all right? If you've got a partner, you want to pop and step them off you, all right? All they're going to do is basically just cling on to you the whole time, all right? And then go back, and you do it on the other side. So what you're going to do is if you're by yourself, you're just going to go basically alternate. You're going to go pull them down, do the drill we just did, the step all the way to the knees. Boom! All the way to the knees. Are they about exploding that dude off you? Sure. All right. If you've got a training partner that can do this with you, you're just basically a switch. They're going to do it, then you're going to do it. You can switch, go in different directions if you want to. All right. But that's the idea. You're going to alternate here. So I'm going to do the drill. If you guys aren't doing it the same way I'm doing it, that's totally fine. If you've got a training partner, it takes you more time to switch up who's going, also fine. So from right here, guys, we have a little bit of time. I basically just, once they've rolled you off of them, again, don't get them in the mount. Once they've rolled you, you're sitting all over the mount. Once they roll you, just get off of them. You get on your back. It's your turn to do it to them. All right? So from right here we go. Boom, they're on top of you. Get that headlock on you. All right, pull the arm down. Pop. Boom, get them right over. Nice, to your knees. Now, if you're by yourself, just go back on your back. All right? If you're by yourself, other side. Boom. Shoot, explode. If you're there with a training partner, switch partner each time. All right? If you're there with a training partner, if you've got somebody there that can work this with you, all right, that is the way to go for the grappling drills. I know not everybody has that, like, if you're that, like, Carson, you can't really do this drill with your mom or your dad, you know? You need somebody that's more or less your size, sort of-ish, all right? So, but that's the idea. So from right here, boom. Try it a few more times, guys. Shoulder, boom, explode. Use that feet, shove down with those feet, and roll them right over. Shove with the feet, reach with the arms. On your back, guys. Boom, do it again. Pull the arm down. Shove with the feet, reach with the arms. Arm, singular. My bad. All right, on your back. Here we go. Boom. Pull it down, explode. Right, ooh. On your back one more time. Grab the arm down, launch with the feet. Boom, launch with those feet. Nice. All right, guys, one more time. You got a training partner, one more time each. If you're by yourself, one more time on each side. Here we go. Ready? Go. Boom. Get the shoulder, the hips, the butt, all shooting that guy off you. All right, other side. Bam, grab. Oh, just like that. Nice. All right, good job, guys. So, hey, even without a training partner, those drills still have their uses. All right, get used to exploding into that thing. You can explode a lot more when there's no weight on top of you. All right, it's really easy to get that explosive motion built up, sure, whatever. Get that explosive motion going on if you don't have any weight on top of you. So then when you have the weight on top of you, just do the same thing and you just boom, toss them right off you. So no, excuse me. Next thing I want to do a couple more things. Even if you have a training partner, all right, this is definitely one you want to start with doing in the air. All right, so we're going to do some sit-throughs here, and we'll do that shrimping drill again. So just to kind of get some more practice in on, we'll kind of talk about the next stage of the shrimping drill as well. But for right now, the sit-throughs. So I'm going to start facing sideways. That might be the best way. All right. So all I'm going to do in a sit-through, this is something I do coming out of side control or coming out of side controls to scarf holds, the end of reverse scarves. Basically, as I transition from one control position to the next, this is one of the ways I do it. So I'm going to start with my leg closest to the camera. That's this leg right here for me. That's my left. It can be whichever leg for you. It doesn't matter. All right. Take the left leg. I'm going to straighten it out behind me. All right. Basic version of this. My other leg, my bottom leg, is going to sit through forward just like that. I'm going to be right on my hip. In this case, this is my right hip. Left leg's posted up just like this. All right. And then I can just go back with it. Boom, right here. So if you notice when I straighten out my left leg, I don't go straight back behind me. I kind of go up to the corner with it. That's too much to the corner, but that's the idea. Boom. All right. If I'm sitting through, so if I'm got somebody in a side control, I'm going to a scarf hold. I'm going to go from being over his chest to being over his neck and head. So I want to go forward with that sit through a little bit. All right. So I usually like to get aggressive. I like to go forward with the sit throughs. If the situation doesn't call for it, then don't do it. All right. If you got to stay more in place, you can keep the leg straight out behind you. But for right now, we'll work at that one. Get aggressive with it. So you're right here. Just start from your hands and knees. All right. Straighten your leg out to the corner. See your other leg through underneath it. Boom. Be on your hip. And then just go back. And then do it again. Go one side. Boom. Just like that. And go back. All right. Straighten it out and sit through. Bam. Hey, guess what we can do? The other side. All right. So once you got this down, it's kind of easy to go back and forth with it. So now I'll give you guys a view I hate. But from right here, that's my hand. All right, here we go. On the hands and knees. Leg straightens out to the corner. Sit through with my other foot. Put the hip on the ground, then pull it back. Then straighten this leg out to the corner. Sit through on the other side, and then bring it back. All right, so we're going to try it. Just going back and forth like that. So you see my legs out to the corner. It's not straight back behind me, because then you can't see it. Oh, that's a good idea. All right, boom, here, just like that. Boom, don't go back. And then straighten it out. Sitting through, go back. Yeah, you get it through one side to the other side. That's pretty good. All right. So what I want to do now, excuse me, is when I move on a training partner, if I've got somebody at home I can work this with, don't worry about it too much now. Is as I move and do that sit through, what happens a lot of times is I'll be here on them low, and I'll like come up, and then I bring my butt up, and then I put it down again. All right. Well, the problem is when I'm up and my weight's off them, they have that opportunity to escape, to get away. So if you have a training partner at home, this is something you can kind of work with them a little bit. All right. If you don't, you can get a couple things you can do. If you've got a pad or a big pillow or a cushion, I wouldn't recommend doing this with your dog. Some people asked about that last week. But this is my person. Let me scoot it back a little bit. This is my person right here. Let me get the flat one. What I'm going to do, come on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my side control right here, all right? And I'm going to get low on them, put my elbows on the ground, straighten my leg out to the corner, and I want to keep my weight just right on top of that pad as I sit through, so try to avoid coming up and then settling back down. If you've got a training partner, just make sure that you stay touching them the whole time. Or it's like level 1 is don't touch them, level 2 is stay touching them the whole time. Don't come up and then settle back down. All right? So if you don't have a training partner, you can put this on a pad or a cushion. If you don't have that, you can still make this work. It's a little tougher to tell if you're coming up or down or not because you don't have that thing underneath you to feel. All right, but that's the idea. So get that. All right. So from right here, what we want to do, you got a training partner, get them right down here, and just elbows on the ground, knees wide, just be in contact with them. Then take one leg, straighten it out to the corner, sit through, and stay low. All right, and then go back. And then turn to this side. Stay up on them. All right. If you've got a pad or a cushion or something like that, awesome. If you're just doing this in the air, just, do this the best you can. Straighten out your leg to the corner. All right. Sit through, staying low. All right. Keep that weight on. If you've got a training partner you can do this on, all right, Give them feedback, training partner. Like if you feel them come up and then down, tell them, hey, you came up and then came back down. All right, go back here. All right, I'm not using my arms. I'm not trying to control them with a side controller or a scarf holder or anything like that. The arms are just there kind of as a brace. So straighten out the leg, boom, stay low as you sit through. Boom. All right, going back. Here, straighten out the leg, other leg to the corner, stay low as you sit through. Bam, just like that. All right, now switch partners. If you got a partner, switch with them. All right, if you don't have a partner, hey, guess what we're still doing? All right, stay low, stay low. All right, knees wide. There you go, straighten the leg to the corner, sit through, stay low. Boom, go back. When you go back, try to stay low too. Why would you stay low to go to the sit through and then come back up to go back? That's weird. Straighten your leg to the corner, stay low. Boom, stay low as you come back. One more time, straight leg to the corner, sit through, stay low as you come back. Other leg on the side, boom, stay low. Boom, stay low as you come back. There you go. So that's them sitting through. Now, as you're working this at home, if you've got a partner or if you've got a pad or something, what you actually get to do in here, they'll love you for it, is as you, they're not gonna. As you sit through, you kind of dig your way into them more. So instead of coming up and then coming back down, you actually just dig into them as you move from position to position. It's really fun for the person you're doing it on. No? Okay. But that's the first one. I want to do that sit through a little bit. All right. The other one I want to get to that we've done before, we've done the shrimping drill before. All right. So just real quick, we're going to go through that for stage one. So if you've got a training partner, again, all they're going to do is they're going to basically stand over you with your feet on either side, like I'm not, but on their feet. All right. And they want their feet to be kind of up around your chest here. They don't want to stand down here, like around your belly or your rib cage. They want to stand up here so their feet are like right here on you on the ground. Hope that made sense. All right. So let me put my pads away here. Look at a mess. Jeez. So disorganized. There we go. So what we're going to do is if you've got the training partner, even if you don't, just imagine that you do. Imagine you got somebody standing right here. All right. One foot's on this side, one foot's on this side. Take both hands, put them on one of their legs. All right. Lift your butt up. And what you're going to push off with your hands and push off with your feet. So the hands push this way, the feet push this way. I'm going to turn onto my side and shoot my butt past this other leg here. Boom. All right. Almost like I'm reaching my toes. I can touch my toes. And then I come back around here. Now my partner should creep up here and stand back up here again on the other side. Put both hands on the other foot. Lift your butt up. Shoot your butt past their other foot. Boom. Push it back with the hands and launch it back with the feet. Boom. Boom. Around. Boom, boom, boom. Hands here. Lift the butt up. Shoot as you shrimp back. Woo! Back around here. Somebody's running out of room. Other side. One more time. Lift your butt up. Boom. Shrimp back. Oh! And bring it right back around here. How's it going, guys? So now, if you've got a partner, switch. Their turn to go. All right. If you don't got a partner, you're just going to turn around and go back the other direction. That's super uncomfortable going back from the carpet onto the mat. So here we go. Can you see me? I'll move over here a little bit. So there you go. They're standing right here. Both hands on the leg. Lift your butt up. Shrimp back as you push off. Boom. Bring it around to here. Boom. Lift the butt up. Push off and shrimp back. Come back around to here. Boom. One more time on each side. Boom. And I am already out of room. Here. Boom. Shrimp. And there we go. All right. So a couple things to remember when you're doing this shrimp drill. We're going to do it again at level 2 a little bit. But there's no such thing as shrimping too far. So when you push off with your feet, don't just get your butt just past this foot. Launch yourself this way with your feet, boom, as far as you can. All right. So level 2 of the shrimp drill is basically the same thing, but instead of that person standing over you like this, they would basically just be kneeling over you like that. All right. Now you can have them do it where they also have their hands on the ground like this too. All right. But kneeling over you should be fine. They kneel over, now you don't have as much room to shrimp. All right. You don't have as much to count. You got to really tighten up the game a little bit. So you do the same thing and just have them like this. All right. If you don't have a training partner, all right, it's pretty much the same drill. I mean, you can imagine the person being lower to you. All right. But the idea is still the same. You're still going to squirt out from between their legs. So that's the idea. If you've got a training partner, all right, we're going to do this drill again, one time going back and forth, and just have your partner like on the knees. So bend your knees, do the shrimp, and they creep it. On the other side, and they creep it again. On this side, and you get the idea. All right. So if you're new there at home, it's the same drill. It's not a bad thing to practice, guys. do the one step, the shrimping here, and the sit-throughs that we were doing before. Though, I mean, if you're going to just practice 3 grappling basics, like a lot, and then some more, those would be the 3. I mean, everything else kind of goes off of that. Not everything else, but they're 3 good basics to have. All right. So we're working the shrimping drill back and forth one more time. If you've got a training partner, have them be on their knees instead of sitting on their feet. You can have them be on their hands and knees. You want to do it that way too. But here we go. On your back. All right. Training partners in position, straddling the chest, either on their knees or on their hands and knees. Both hands right here. Lift up the butt, push off and shrimp back. Boom. They creep up to here. Boom, boom, boom. Other side. Boom. Hands. Lift up your butt, push off and shrimp back. Boom. Bring it around here. Hands on the other leg. Lift up the butt, push off and shrimp back. Boom. Bring it around here. One more time on this side of the butt, push off and shrimp back. Boom. Coming back now. Switch partners. If you've got a partner, if you don't got a partner, turn around and shrimp back the other way. If you guys are doing this drill and you shrimp back and you hit your head on the wall, please videotape that and send it to me. That would be hilarious. So here we go. Both hands on one leg, lift up the butt, push off and shrimp back. Boom. Other side. Both hands on the leg, lift up the butt, push off and shrimp back. One more time on each side. Both hands on one leg, lift up the butt, push off and shrimp back. And boom, we're on the other side. Hand the leg, lift up the butt, push off and shrimp back. Nice. And smack. There you go. Good job, guys. So that's level 2 of the shrimp drill. All right. So if you want to take this up to the next stage of the shrimping, level 3, all right, it's a little bit different. All right. I'll talk about that just for a brief moment here. So this is one that really only makes sense to do if you have somebody at home that you can train with. So the idea would be is you're going to do that shrimp and they get down on you a little bit more, or they lean their weight on their upper body. And so instead of shrimping instead of shrimping yourself backwards, you kind of push their leg out. All right. So if you want to take this from like just a rep, like what do we do once we shrimp? Okay, I shoot my butt past his foot or past his leg. All right, yay. Then what? I come back around, wait for him to creep up on me and then do it again? No, don't do that. Don't do that. All right. So what I'm going to do in the next level of shrimp would be kind of what happens after I shrimp. So sometimes when I'm doing this, I'll find that like I'll push his leg back, and what'll happen is instead of me shrimping this way, is I'll just push his foot up. All right. Sometimes that happens too, but what I'm looking to do is after I shrimp, I'm basically going to pull my foot out and wrap him up into a guard. All right. So we can do this one time, partner or no. Both hands on one leg. All right. Lift your butt up, shrimp back. All right. Shoot your butt past his foot. As you turn back on your back, I'm going to take, so my hands were on this foot. I'm going to take this leg right here, pull it out, and then wrap it around the same leg. All right. Other side, same thing. Now, I probably won't end up having to shrimp as far. He hasn't crept back up on me. This kind of pulling my leg out and wrapping him up will keep him from creeping back up on me as I do this. So then I just push back his other leg. I push myself back a little bit more, pull my other leg out, and wrap it up in the guard position just like that. So if you've got a training partner that you can do this with, you can do this and you'll end up from them being in your mount to, or from you being in their mount to them being in your guard. That's right. All right. So that would be it. Let's take it one more time, guys, and then we'll move on to something else. This is like this is something you can do in the air without a training partner, but it really does help to have somebody there for you. You can do this even if, you know what, if you're at home and even if you have a training partner that's like bigger, like an adult or something like that, you can still make this work with them because you're just moving yourself around them. You don't have to move the other person for this one really at all. All right. So put both hands on one leg, lift up your butt, shrimp past. All right. As you turn back onto your back, whichever side you were on, pull that leg out and wrap it around them. All right. Other side, both hands go on the other leg. You probably, if you have a person there, won't do as much shrimping. You won't have to. All right. I said there's no such thing as shrimping too far. In this case, all you have to do is shrimp far enough to pull your foot out and wrap it around them. All right. So have them in a guard, wrap them up with your arms and legs. All right. And there you go. Now, more on the guard later. The guard is not. Some people like the guard a lot. Some people like to get people in the guard. Ryan, if you're out there, which I know you're not listening right now, but Ryan has an iron guard. Like he's not a big guy, but he gets in that guard and it feels like steel cables is binding you up with his arms and legs. It's super uncomfortable. But some people really like the guard. Some people like getting people in the guard. I will say that if you're in a situation where somebody attacks you at school or something like that, and you can get in that guard and like somebody comes around and sees like a teacher or something like that, comes around and sees what's going on, you look like you're not just hurting another person. You're on your back with them on top of you, and you just basically have them wrapped up, and you just basically like you're just trying to stay alive. All right. So it's a, if something happens, you got to defend yourself in a situation where you have to really control your response. All right. The guard is a good place to be. All right. It's pretty non-aggressive looking. All right. And you can keep somebody there if you're good at it. You can keep somebody there for a pretty long time, even if they're bigger than you. So there's some tricks and things that we can talk about with the guard. That even if they're a bigger person and they can normally just pick you up, all right, you could still keep the guard on them. All right, if you do it correctly. So just a quick drill there with the shrimping. Thank you. All right, so the next levels of the shrimp drill. All right. So what I want to do, we don't have a whole lot of time here left here, guys, but whole lot of time here left here. Next time we do a B-Day, we're going to add some stuff into the rolls and the falls that we did, kind of build on what we've done so far. And then I'd like to take it and work a little bit more on this munch drill. Before we're done for today, let's do that munch drill a little bit. All right. So if you've got a training partner, you can trade off on this one. We're going to go right to level 2 of the munch drill. So level 1 was don't touch them. Right. Level 1, you were like up here like this, and they were down here. You didn't really touch them at all. All right. Level 2, you're going to touch them. All right. Now you're not going to munch them. You're not going to munch them yet. That's like level 4. All right. So level 2, you're touching them. What are you going to do? Elbows and knees now instead of hands and knees. All right. If you got a training partner, stay in contact with him. If you got a pad or something like that, like I was using the kicking pad earlier, you got a couch pad or something you can put underneath you. You can use. All right. I'm actually going to get that pad out now that I just talked about. So you want to be able to feel the contact. Feel yourself maintaining the contact with your training partner as you do this, even if the training partner is just a lifeless piece of whatever this is made out of. So, starting to side control for this one. If you've got a training partner chest on their chest, this knee should be by their head, this elbow should be by their head. All right? What you're going to do is you got to sit through. So, your leg straightens out behind you. All right? Keep in contact. So you want to have their chest touching their chest. As you sit this right leg through, stay in contact with them. All right? Then what you're going to do, you should be in that scarf hold. I'm still not using my arms. I'm still just touching them. I'm not wrapping them up yet. All right? I'm going to turn and put my chest on their chest and then step my left leg over, put my right hand across, so I'm in that north-south. All right? So from right here, I should be in the north-south. If I got a training partner, my chest is over the chest, my belly is over their head. Don't put your bottom over their head. That's really weird. All right? From right here, you should be in contact with them. If you are having chest, try to take your knees wider apart and get your butt close to the ground, get your chest lower to them. All right? If you need to, you can take a leg and straighten it out a little bit, and that'll kind of drop your weight down a little bit too. All right? It does affect your base and how stable you can be. All right? But if you need to squish it a little bit more, you can do it that way. All right? This will also set me up for my step through. So the left leg now is going to straighten out to the corner. This is going to be tricky. If you've got a training partner in contact with them and you want to sit through forward, you want to be in a reverse scarf, basically a scarf hold facing their feet. All right? You're the side under their armpit, more or less. You don't want to be laying on their head or their neck. Even worse. All right? Then what's going to happen from right here, you're going to turn your chest down onto them, pull your right leg back through, and get to a side control on this side. See right there? Side control right there. All right? And then from right here, there's an extra step that we're going to do later on, but for right now, I'm just going to take my right foot and by their head. I'm going to pull it up to my other foot. Pull it, the left leg over, end up sitting back on top of them in a mount. Just like that. All right? So that's the munch drill level 2, where you stay in contact with them. All right? So other places, if you got a training partner at home, switch partners. All right? If you don't, you get to go again on what you got. This will be the last thing we get a chance to do for today, guys. We're going to do the munch drill one more time, all the way around. Try to maintain contact with someone. Oh, and I've asked this a few times before, but if you're at home and you don't have like a training pad or a punching bag or a bopper or something like that, what do you have to train on? Get creative with what you got, like couch pillows. You take a couple of like pillows from the bed or something like that, and you can use them on there for this. But what do you got? Let me know. I'm always open to suggest. It'll help me recommend things for other people that are like trying to figure out what they can train on. So if you've got any ideas, my imagination is pretty shallow. I've got the training pads here. That's what I use. So they're actually pretty easy for me. But what do you got? What do you use? Let me know, and we'll pass that on. So one more time, you guys. You're doing the mush drill again now. If you don't have a training partner, you're gonna go again. If you do have a training partner, it's the other person's turn. Try to maintain that contact with them. So knees wide, chest on the chest, boom. Touching the chest, should be touching the chest. The left leg straightens out to the corner, right leg sits through. Keep that weight on them. If you got a training partner, all right, and you take your weight off them and then go sit back down, make sure they tell you that, all right? So from right here, from the scarf hold, I'm gonna go to the north-south. So I'm gonna turn, put my chest on their chest, step my left leg over, all right, into that north-south. Boom, pull the knees in. The left leg straightens out again, all right, to the corner again. I wanna sit through with my right foot toward their feet, really moving forward. Make sure I don't fall off of them like that. All right, then that tends to happen when you go to this reverse scarf. All right, so from right here, I'm going to take my right leg and pull it back through and go back to that side control on the other side. All right, then the right foot slides down, the left leg steps over. Try to maintain that contact as you go to the mount, and there you are. So there's the mush drill, guys, with some more contact. Now, if you guys are getting this down pretty good, what you can do is you can add in control with the arms. All right, we'll talk about that a little bit more when we come back next week. But we're gonna hold it right there for today, guys. So thank you guys very much for joining us. A couple of quick announcements for you guys before we close this up officially. So as this stuff gets better and better, and I get more and more accustomed to dealing with it, you guys should not, from here on out, should not have to wait for the class to start to receive an invitation from me. What'll happen the day that your class is supposed to happen, and half an hour before the class, you'll get an email alert, and then 10 minutes before the class is when you get the invitation to join. All right, once you got the invitation to join it, you can join the class. I think you should be able to join it before I'm there. So that should make things happen a little smoother, get the classes starting a little bit more on time so we can get through more stuff. Also, I'm recording the Zoom classes. I haven't posted those on the YouTube channel yet because it's going to get kind of complicated. I don't want to post those as videos as anybody can see because you guys are in them. And that's not always okay. But to make them private to a point where like only these guys can use them. So what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna try to post those up on Zoom so you guys can watch them from Zoom. Stay tuned for that, guys. As I get that figured out, I'll let you guys know about it. So for the Zoom classes today, we've got, if you're doing the Zoom classes today, you should have already got an email from me. All right, but we've got green belts, blue belts, dragon orange, dragon white, and the white belts. So if you're in any of those categories, I will see you on Zoom later on this afternoon. Thank you guys very much. Let's close this out today. Feet together. Fighters out, thinkers on top. Thank you, Elizabeth. I appreciate that. Close of that hand. Everybody move forward to the waist and bow. So good job today, everybody. Thank you guys very much for joining us. We'll be back here on Monday again for another live stream for the A-Day for next week. So thank you guys very much. I'll see you on Zoom in the meantime. Have a great rest of your day. Stay safe and healthy out there. You guys are awesome. I'm going to awkwardly end this stream from off camera.